Hi, my name is Tim Knight. I own Guitar Castle, and I'm demonstrating an interesting combo here. We have a Gibson amplifier from 49 to 51. We have a Vega guitar from the same period. Vega being famous for banjos, but very rare to find a guitar made by Vega still in this good of shape. However, this guitar came to me unplayable and had been stored in its original case for years, had some problems with the electronics, and the action on the guitar was tremendously high. The set was purchased by the grandfather of the man, Nick, that brought the guitar and amp to me, and we have them both working fine now. The Hawaiian Okie, I suppose, is Gene, and his name is on it in a couple places, typical of the period. Lots of people put their names on the guitars. But what's the most interesting is this is such a wonderful sounding guitar. And the condition, there's no huge cracks, breaks, or abuse. You can hear a little distortion through the amplifier as the speaker is blown. Before this period of the 50s, most of these Archtop guitars with F-holes didn't have pickups. They were very famous Archtop guitars in orchestras and soloists, bands. But along the way, somebody came up with this wonderful Duo-Tron electric system. It has a volume, along with the tone. You can get it really dark. And it's got a little rhythm boost here. The name is engraved on it still, 68 years later, as it is on the truss rod of the guitar, along with this wonderful engraved Vega and star, mother of pearl. The back of the guitar is just oops, there goes my cable. Absolutely beautiful, wonderful sunburst color. You see no holes. The binding on it, this was made by men and women. They didn't have computers to make guitars back then. Men and women hand glued them on. They glued the top on, the back and the sides on. They set the neck in, glued the neck into the body of the guitar. They could still make guitars like this today. They just don't. It's not the way. There are plenty of people that build their own guitars, but generally speaking, they're not made by hand. They would be far too expensive to work that way. It's got beautiful pearl inlays. I don't know if you can get any closer, Nick, on them, but the pearl inlays are just gorgeous. You can't feel a thing. There's nothing in the way from your finger when you play the guitar to trip over. They've been in there since day one. I love the little single dot here at the 14th fret. The nut appears to be original. The amplifier, made by Gibson. We have one little problem with the speaker, but everything else works on it. It's got a tone and a volume. It's a 2-speaker amplifier, a 12-inch, and I believe a 4-inch tweeter, which is still working. The amp has its original cover that Gene purchased when he bought the amp, and it's still in good shape. I think this instrument talks a lot about his owner, or her owner, whatever this guitar is, because nobody sat on it and crushed it. Nobody said, I can't play, and put it in the garbage or out on the curb in the gravel field, like so many instruments were just tossed away. We're just showing it off today. The things that we don't throw away, we don't discard. A beautiful set. Well, thanks for listening, and keep watching for more videos like this. It's a great way to be in touch with yesterday.
Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
Come down to Guitar Castle. It's $199. No.